Why haven't you gone directly after him? Polls are down. He's, up really.
What do you mean by going directly after?
I mean, you're in my viewpoint, you're going pretty soft on it.
But what do you think? So, because I've articulated all the differences time and time again on the campaign trail. I know. I think that there's just a narrative I think the narrative is this. I think what the media wants is they want Republican candidates to just kind of like smear him personally and kind of do that. That's just not how I roll.
So I apologize. It was difficult to hear that guy asking Ron DeSantis at a little meeting. But what he said was, why is it that you have not gone directly at Donald Trump? This is a person who appears to like Ron DeSantis, but says you're soft on Trump. You're not critiquing him. And look at what Ron DeSantis did. Instantly he pivots to, I know the narrative. The narrative is we're supposed to just smear each other and attack each other. And thankfully, in this case, the guy in the crowd stuck to his guns and explained that that's not what he's actually advocating for. Take a look at this.
And when you call somebody, a lady, Cardi Figurina, what, a horse face, right? And you call John McCain not a hero, right? I mean, those are talking points that I would use. I mean, the guy has no class in a lot of different ways. How many military did he lose by making that comment about John McCain?
Look, I think it's in Florida. I can tell you, Donald Trump underperformed in the Florida Panhandle, which is a very military-heavy area, and I think he did lose support from veterans and from active duty. We should be running up the score with veterans and active duty against a woke Democratic Party. So I've actually made observations and said I don't think Donald Trump ultimately can win in a.
Okay, so look, what the guy in the audience was citing was some stuff that Trump had said prior actually to the 2016 election. So you could certainly update that. But I think he brings up a good point. All of these individually horrendous things that Trump has said that theoretically could turn off not just Democrats and independents, but a number of Republican voters are things that Ron DeSantis could use to attack Donald Trump, to differentiate himself from Donald Trump. And you could update with more recent things that he said. But as the guy in the audience has pointed out, he doesn't do that. Ron DeSantis says, I've made observations. Okay, fine, you're off making your observations. You're not hitting Trump on his weak spots. And we know why. We know why, because he's running scared that if he does so, he's going to turn off the Trump voters or that Trump will hit him twice as hard in response. And so I understand the frustration of that seemingly Ron DeSantis fan in the audience, that the guy he might prefer to be president isn't willing to do what it takes to actually beat Donald Trump. What do you think, Trey?
Yeah, well, I think this is representative of the way they've hamstrung themselves as a party, through Donald Trump, just overall. Because it's like you said, they can't. They know that you want to like run in opposition to Trump or as an alternative to Trump, but you can't like go after him because the MAGA cult or whatever is like a very necessary chunk of the Republican electorate, and they know that, right? So they have no like path to victory if they go against MAGA at all, and it leaves no room for any kind of like sensibility or sanity or anything like that. And that's the problem that they're all having. I'm a little heartened to see a guy like that, the dude in the audience. I mean, like, presumably that guy's, I'm assuming, lifelong Republican and self-identifies as a conservative and stuff, but still like clearly supremely dislikes Donald Trump. I'm glad to see that. What I really want to know is like those other, I know there's more of him more like him out there. And I'm really curious as to like when Donald Trump ends up being the candidate, which we all know he will, and it's him against Biden. What's that dude going to do then? You know what I mean? Like, Clearly he'd rather have DeSantis than Trump. But if it's Trump or a godless liberal Democrat, then what's he going to do? Right. That's the insight that I would like to have, because DeSantis and Haley and them, I don't know, what you just got to like keep up appearances or something. You're trying for a cabinet position or the VP or whatever. It's like, what do they think? They got like, are they jockeying to see who's going to be in first place when hopefully Donald Trump has a horrific hairspray accident or something and they have to step in? Like, they can't have any real hope at this point, I would think. So, I don't know.
100%. Those hairspray accidents will get you. Keep lighters away is all I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna see. We know that 2020 was super close. This one will likely to be. It makes no sense that it would be close, but this is America. It's 2024. It probably will be, and it could come down to voters like that. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.